Hello, hello. Move this towards us a little bit. There we go.
Got anybody here?
I know there's a little bit of a delay. See if anybody's on. They may be on the other room. Let me look and see real quick.
There's two.
Let me get somebody.
Two.
Let's see if it may be on another.
Oh, there we go. Thomas.
Hello. I want to make sure nobody's on the other live stream. I mean, the other. No, it looks like we're good. Okay. Well, hi, Thomas. How are you? Hey, Mo. How are you? Looks like we got some other folks here as well. So, hope everybody's doing well tonight.
I hope y'all can hear us okay.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan. How are you? Yeah. We're kind of positioned differently. So, hello, Sunny. Got your girl. How are you? So we are sitting differently because we got news on Trace, and hey Eric, how are you? She has fractured both tibias. Yep. So we have to sit where she can keep her legs propped up and not use them. So I know it's a little different background for you guys. So yeah, there's stress fractures, and she basically just has to stay off of them for, 2 weeks anyway, and then they're going to see if there's more bone growth, and then we kind of go from there on what it looks like after that. So as far as all the travel we were talking about last week,
we don't know
maybe, maybe not. Thanks, Mo. We appreciate it. Yeah, Mark. No travel at all. Well, we're going back to Nashville for her to go back to the ortho, but yeah, in both of them, right at the end of her tibias,
like basically where the kneecap and the tibia, where all that meets.
Yeah, on both. Yeah. So nice.
So no surgery.
No, not at this point anyway. I don't know what they can do about it, but it's been pretty. It's been pretty painful for her.
Yeah.
So
it has been fun.
Yeah. So anyway, the last time she tried to get healthy.
Yeah, last time I tried to get healthy, I fractured my kneecap.
So we don't know. And she's had like bone density tests and all that, and those come back good. We
take vitamins,
vitamin D, and so I don't know. Anyway,
just a weakling, I guess.
Yeah. So that's what we've got going on, but we wanted to do a Q&A, so I don't know. I mean, if anybody's got questions, but we actually have a list, kind of a pre-made list that we thought we'd start with just to talk about, and then you guys can ask us anything you want.
That doesn't mean we're going to answer it, but you can ask us.
That's right. So, what age were you when you first started traveling?
Well, when I was younger, our travels were to Florida because that's where my grandparents lived, and we would go there, almost every year, at least once a year. But I really started traveling, I'd say, when I was probably about 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time in a plane?
That was my first time in a plane, and I flew to Phoenix.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So same thing. My grandparents lived in Florida as well. So our summer vacations were always to their house. But the first time in a plane, I was 10, and my mom had some kind of work convention in DC. So we took extra days and did Smithsonian and all that. So that was pretty cool. And I actually went by train from Nashville to Jacksonville when I was like 3. So I kind of barely remember it, but not really. Where was the first place the two of us traveled together?
Florida.
Yeah, Florida, the beach.
Destin. Yeah.
Destin, that's right. We went to Destin and then
And Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, Key West, and then California.
Yeah.
All of that because I was in training when I worked at AT&T. I had training all of those places. Well, I had training in Fort Lauderdale, California. So she came out and met me. But internationally, the first place we went together, we were actually on a cruise. And we did the Bahamas, Grand Cayman, Grand Turks, Cozumel.
Mm-hmm.
And is that it?
Seems like there was another one in there, but
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember which one.
But yeah.
So that was, yeah. Hello, Claus. Favorite towns in the UK/Ireland. Oh, Mo. Mo, you're killing me.
Oh, way to get her
Mo,
started.
you may have a new roommate before this is all
You
over with because I'm just dying to get over there.
She's just going to leave me to hobble here by myself.
Gosh, so we haven't really done a ton in Northern Ireland, Mo. We've been to Belfast, but I mean, I love Dublin for a city, but you can't beat anything around the Ring of Kerry or the Dingle Peninsula for just natural beauty. Galway is also just a really fun town with a lot of, it's not a huge city, but it's got enough going on, and then a lot of natural beauty around.
We really like Killarney.
Killarney, yeah. I mean, Killarney's pretty touristy, but yeah, we liked it a lot. So I would say for Ireland, now in the UK, we love the Cotswolds. But again, there's a ton of places there we haven't gone. I mean, I'm actually still vying for us to go over there in quarantine and do some more. We want to go to York. We obviously want to go around Scotland. We want to spend more time in the Cotswolds. We want to go to Brighton. We want to go a ton of places over there. Yeah. Thomas says his first trip was on the 747, first week of service, Chicago to Miami. Wow. Nice. So what year was that, Thomas?
He's like, I'm not going to tell you.
No, I mean, I'm just curious. I could not tell you what kind of play. All I know is when we flew from Nashville to DC, I almost think it was either American or Eastern Airlines. I don't know. I mean, some of you guys are old enough to remember Eastern Airlines, but some of you don't. So it was one of those two.
Yeah.
What is your dream place to go and why?
Oh. Well, I mean, we have bucket list, and we've been, obviously knocking things off the bucket list. And Tahiti was on that bucket list, which was probably,
well, yeah, Bora Bora, just unbelievable.
As far as a dream destination, place to go.
Well, the Maldives.
The Maldives, yeah. We want to go there.
The Maldives are probably a bit, for me, that's probably a big one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
we've got a lot. I mean, Iceland.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be this year.
Yeah. We landed at the airport.
Yeah, we did because we flew Iceland Air. Eric says Miami Fort Lauderdale was the first flight from New Orleans, probably 2003 or so. It was definitely in college. Yeah.
And Thomas says he doesn't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now I had a good friend of mine from high school who married a guy. Eric, I think I've told you this before, who was from Morgan City, Louisiana, and then they moved to Lafayette. And so I ended up flying back and forth from Nashville to New Orleans a lot in college. And then we went to Vegas a lot. So really, I mean, a lot of you guys are much more well-traveled than we are internationally. We've done a ton domestically. We bought the RV. And then we started doing the international stuff. But really, we've only done basically...
our actual first Europe trip was in 2018.
18, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've done the Caribbean, we've done now we've done most of Western Europe. Trace has actually been to Australia.
Mhm.
And of course, we've been to Mexico. So
Mhm.
I mean, we just got a ton of places we want to get, knocked out. We just haven't done it.
Yeah.
So many places we're going to be first this year for the boys and a few for me. Yeah, no, not to be. Hoping to do a fall road trip once we have all the kids online. That'll be nice,
Yeah.
Mark. So are they doing all virtual this year, or at least this semester? Chris says first plane trip 7:37 on Eastern, I think, from San Antonio to Mexico City. Yep, nice.
Mark says RV
RV life. I'm telling you,
we're still throwing that around.
we are. I mean, I hate to, because we try to really not have any negative. We want this to be a good, fun conversation. But I did read something today where they were saying that it's probably we're probably not going to be able to go anywhere till 2022.
Yeah.
At least internationally. I mean, they're saying as far as, when a vaccine will be available, when, cases will be at a reasonable level and everybody will feel safe. That's what they're saying. So if it really is another 18 months, we're going to have to buy an RV because I will drive her bananas. Absolutely bananas.
Will drive me?
Yeah, that's true. Will driving. Already have.
Yeah, the school district is online.
At least for the first half. That's good, Mark. And I guess you're teaching all your classes online as well. Is that true? Eric said first international flight 2015 to London. Been out of the country at least once a year ever since. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So when we travel though, we make our trips are, at least 6, typically 8 to 12 weeks long. So we try and, see as much as we can. Mo saying he started planning for a trip in Scotland, October, November, going by ferry. Taking your car. But cases are rising again. Oh, don't say that. See, that's really what I want to do. What I want to do is if Trace's knees heal, I really would like to go and I don't know if we'll stay in Great Britain or if we would go to Scotland. I'm kind of vying for going to Scotland and doing the North Coast 500 because those are, smaller towns, less populated. It'll be easier to social distance. And from everything I've seen, it's just going to be breathtakingly beautiful. Yeah. So that's really what I would like to do, but we won't know. We go back next Wednesday to see what they have to say about Tracy's knees and go from there.
I don't know what they do. I mean, I don't know what's next. I mean,
yeah, we don't know if they don't see bone growth. We don't know what that's gonna mean.
I don't know what that means.
So yeah, I'm thinking it looks like 2022 for really. Wait, I lost it. For really full on travel, adventure travel before that, but not like it. Well, yeah, I agree. Yeah. Illinois Department of Public Health put out a COVID map. So what did that look like, Thomas? Was it bad? All seem to be. So get through Missouri. So where are y'all going, Mark? Where'd you say you were going? Did you say Yellowstone, maybe? I want to say that's what you said. Scotland, yes. Hey, Darian, how are you? No worries. Got to go play with the boys. Okay, thanks, Mark. See you later. And thank you for the prayers for her knees. Scared that cases will skyrocket here. Students just came back. Yeah, I know. That's, and Indiana's not looking great either, Thomas. It's just, It's just not good. And Darien, I know I've seen Georgia's not doing so hot either. So it's just going to be up and down, I think, for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I don't know, Mo, I mean, what's it like over there? Is everybody, is social distancing still happening? Are they wearing masks? Is everything open? I mean, what does that look like over there for you guys? Yeah. So that's where we are. Okay. Well, you guys answer that. If anybody has any questions, let us know.
Yep. Let us
I'm
know.
gonna go back to this list here. Favorite food you've tried in another country?
Oh goodness. Well, I mean, the mussels in Bruges,
In Belgium?
yeah, were very good. But then I had the mussels in Galway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So I know that's not very,
Irish.
adventurous or Irish
Yep.
but I love mussels, so I like to try them wherever I can. And Galway was actually the best.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were better than Belgium.
Okay. So that's your best.
Well, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I mean, I'm sure I can think of something else. I know I can think of something else. I'm just thinking. Go ahead.
Okay. So I would say for me, probably, and I'm not going to say it right, the beef bourguignon, or whatever it's called, in Paris, amazing. Obviously pastries in France.
Oh yeah.
Coffee in Italy.
Yeah.
Also Italy for like charcuterie, cured meats and cheeses and all that in Italy, just amazing, which I love.
What was that pasta called that I had that I loved?
Oh, in Italy, pasta. Oh gosh, pepe, some olio. I don't know.
Yeah. Basically, all it is spaghetti noodles with garlic, olive oil, and red peppers. And
she loves it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'd never heard of it, and I decided I'd try it at one of the restaurants in Venice.
Yeah, I was in Venice. So Darian says spaghetti ice, of course.
Of course.
And pork knuckles. So
yeah.
Trace did pork knuckle twice in Berlin.
Yeah.
And the first time it was at the little mini Oktoberfest at Alexanderplatz, and it was okay. And then we went over to, what was that called? Nikolai Quarter in Berlin. And that was really, really good.
I had the crispy pork knuckle.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
It was very
was very good, Darian. Have you been, I don't remember if we've talked about Darian, if you've been to Berlin or not. Also, I will say this. The best late night after you've been out and maybe overindulged food we've had was in Berlin. And that is the doner kebab from Mustafa's. Oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah.
And we had really not even been out drinking. We just wanted to try it because everybody said it was great. Yeah. So
that's also the same that I lost my phone. So
yeah. So Mo says masks are compulsory in shops, 2 meter social distancing. Cases have risen, but hoping it's just small spikes. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Sweet rolls in Denmark. So Thomas, Denmark was on our now canceled trip. Darian says, I'm looking at Ireland, Scotland, England, and finishing out in Germany for June 2021. Nice. That would be really nice, Darian. It really depends on what's going on, what we're able to do next year. I don't know what our plans are. I mean, our priority is to get that Scandinavian Northern Lights trip done when we can. Again. So Claus says currywurst. Yes, currywurst was very good. We ate, at the place. Yeah, Curry 36 in Berlin. 36. It was very good. Um, paella in Spain, we did have some.
It wasn't
great, but that's probably just the place we picked.
Yeah.
But you know,
it won't keep me from trying it again.
no, I mean conceptually it's good. We just didn't pick a great place. Traveled to Berlin at least every year. First time was in 1978 as a child. Wow. Okay, yeah. So Berlin, we love Berlin,
Yeah.
Darian. It's a fun town. But I mean, as far as the food goes, I mean, everywhere is different. I mean, I think Ireland and the UK have the best breakfasts.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think France has the best pastries from what we've tried. And I got to tell you guys, when we were in Bora Bora, when we were in Tahiti, you could order breakfast on like they've delivered it on an outrigger canoe. I mean, it was expensive, so we only did it once.
Yeah, but I mean, it was one of those things you have to do.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was enough food to feed 10 people.
Oh, yeah. Well, if they've seen the pictures.
If you guys have seen that video and there are pictures of it, but I mean, it was fruit, it was breads, it was meats, it had a rice and didn't it have like green beans, which was weird for breakfast.
Yeah.
But all kinds, I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
That was awesome. So that was really, really good. And then, but I mean, look, I'm happy eating brown bread with butter and potato soup in Ireland. I don't care.
She is.
I mean, that's like, I'm completely happy.
Yeah.
Darian says, let's plan to go together. I'm for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what we've got going on, you know, because my daughter, well, I don't know. She's probably not going to be graduated till that December.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2022 we know is going to be Eastern Europe and Greece because that's her graduation present.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Darian. I mean, depending on what it looks like and how what travel's like, and I mean, I'm always up for going to Ireland, and we still have to do Scotland. So yes. All right. What climates do you prefer? Cool, rainy, warm, tropical, or desert?
I think it depends. I mean, obviously, I like tropical weather.
Yeah.
Because I love the beach and the ocean, but then, like our trip we were planning this spring, for the Northern Lights. I mean, it was going to be cold,
and snowy,
but it was still, I was looking forward to it because of all the things you can do.
Yep.
In the cold weather.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
I'm not big on rain.
Yeah, rain. I mean, we'll do it in the rain. Yeah. We'll go and see what we need to see. But yeah, obviously not our favorite. I mean, I love the beach, but obviously, I just can't spend that time in the sun. It just doesn't work. So I love it, but she definitely gets more sun time than I do.
Yeah.
So I mean, in Bora Bora was amazing and it's beautiful and it should be on everybody's bucket list. But it's a totally different kind of travel than what we do when we go like now to Europe or if we were to go to South America or Central America, because it's just a laid back beach vacation.
That was just a relaxing.
You're not. There was a little bit of history, in the Tahitian Islands from the war, but other than that, I mean, yes, you can learn about their culture.
We did the pineapple field.
We did the pineapple field, yeah, but it's not, you're not going around seeing a bunch of historic sites and just doing as much culturally there because it's all resorts, so it's a little different. Chris says favorite would be spaghetti carbonara in Piazza Navona. So, Chris, we always stay near Piazza Navona when we're in Rome, and I have had some very good spaghetti carbonara there. But the last trip we were there, we found, not far from Piazza Navona, we found the restaurant where they say they invented Alfredo sauce.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you're an Alfredo fan or not. What's it called? Alla Scrofa.
Oh, Scrofa Alfredo.
Yeah. And it was really good, but
Yes,
it was
rich.
super, super rich, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
All of the above, as long as I can have spaghetti ice. Period. You're killing me. I don't mind anything but rain.
Yeah, you are.
I'm in the wrong country. Yeah, you are. Absolutely. This is Mo must be getting old. Yeah, so I think for me it's just more, I mean, obviously we don't love the rain.
No.
We don't love super cold.
No.
But other than that, we're okay.
Yeah.
What is the first thing you check out when you're in a new country? What?
Well, that could be.
Well, you know what you love to do anytime we get somewhere new.
Oh, I like to ride the ho-ho bus.
Yes, Tracy, if you guys don't know, as touristy and gimmicky as it is, Trace loves hop on, hop off buses.
Yes.
And I like them because Trace is a little directionally challenged. So it helps if we see everything and she can get an idea of where things are from where our hotel is, because if not,
Yeah.
I'm like having to be on GPS and try and mapping everything out like by myself every day. So
yeah,
that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
But I would say so we'll do the ho-ho bus and then we like to just walk around the neighborhood that we're staying in, and find out what's close by, what restaurants are nearby, kind of what the vibe is. And we always try and stay somewhere very close to public transportation.
Yeah.
So whether that's a bus, a tram, a tube, whatever. You okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Hello, Laura. How are you? One of the best things about LASIK, what?
Oh, because
just a pain when you wear your
most
glasses. Yes. Yeah, so
Yeah.
she had LASIK done.
2016.
And
Yeah. And oh my gosh. I mean, everybody kept telling me, do it, do it, do it. You won't regret it. And I just had this issue with somebody just messing with my eyes. But I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, because I literally, without my glasses or contacts, I was legally blind. I was 4 times the limit. So I got it done. And I mean, it is amazing. I literally, as soon as they got done and I did my blink, 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 and I opened my eyes, everything was still a little blurry, but I could still see. And I literally started crying.
She did. I mean, she opened the door and I was standing there and she just started crying. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Is she crying because she can actually see me now? Or what's that about? No, it was very life-changing for Trace. So, yeah. And I'm glad to know you're well, Laura. Thanks for joining us. Thomas says he does the ho-ho bus. Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to get a quick overview. Chris says usually walks the neighborhood. We love doing that. Hey, Mark Finley, how are you? Ryan, New England, we can experience all 5 seasons in a week. Yeah.
Well, Indiana's kind of the same way.
It is. Mark says big wimp when it comes to touching his eyes. Can't even use eye drops. Yeah, so that's the thing. When you have LASIK, you've got to do drops however often. Yeah. Chris had LASIK in 2002, 2040 prior, next day, 2015. Yeah, you were, I don't remember what yours was.
Yeah, they did it by the, like, I guess they call it like the point or something. So I was like negative 8.75 in one eye and negative 8.25
or
5.55 or something in the other. But yeah,
I mean, it was, if she did not have if I had forgotten that she'd already taken her contacts out and she didn't have her glasses on, and I'm looking at something, I literally, this is it's like that. I mean, it was that close to her face, which y'all couldn't see, but it's like like that. So anyway, definitely
bought one of those alarm clocks that projects on the ceiling real big, so I didn't have
what
to.
time it was. Yeah, but yeah. So Chris was legally blind. Yep, Chris was legally blind. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely life changing. So sorry, we're getting off topic here, but whatever.
Oh well.
Laura, feeling mildly pessimistic about Italy. Yeah. So we just talked, Laura, a little bit about that. I have read that it's gonna be likely 2022 before we're really able to get out and travel like we have in the past. So, that's everything I'm reading in terms of hot spots not flaring up anymore, vaccines being readily available, just all of those things. Yeah. So, we were talking, and we may end up buying an RV after all, because apparently I'm already driving Trace bananas. And if I have to do this for 18 more months, I don't know.
She's gonna be moving in with Mo.
Yeah, well, I just threatened to move in with Mo in Northern Ireland. So yeah. So I don't know, Laura. I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough. Right now we can still go to the UK and Ireland and quarantine for 2 weeks and travel from there. There's some other places that are letting us in as US citizens. But I don't know, I don't know what those numbers are really going to look like. I think for the most part, from what I've seen, it's a lot of countries that are just so heavily dependent on the tourism dollar that they kind of put their economy in ahead of public health, my opinion, but that's what I'm seeing. So I don't know that there's a lot of other places that are open right now that I would really want to go. Yeah, I definitely would not buy any tickets anytime soon. Of course, I mean, I can't imagine that they're not going to continue to extend and do whatever they need to do to let those tickets still be good. Thomas says, I think a lot depends on election results. Don't see change. I agree with that, Thomas. I think, for a lot of different reasons, and not to obviously get political, but yes, I agree with that. We're living in a 30 more days world. I know.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I know
what it's been like.
I know. I mean, we're just, I don't know. Chris, where are you from? I don't know where you're from. And Laura's in Minnesota, which I don't know where Nick is tonight. I know he was going to be in Nashville tomorrow, and we were going to try and meet him, but obviously she's not traveling right now, so I don't know if he's still on the road or not. Chris is in Dallas. Okay. Which is also where Finley's. You're in Dallas, aren't you, Mark Finley? I know you're Texas. I'm pretty sure you're Dallas, or a suburb. So yeah, let's talk about. Anybody have any questions for us? Let us know.
Q&A.
Have you traveled around your home country, and what is your favorite place there?
Well, obviously, I absolutely love Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love the beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the Florida Panhandle.
Yeah.
Tennessee, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would say for gosh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many beautiful places. I really like the West Coast, like where the Redwoods, and San Francisco is a lot of fun, but I also loved New England. Maine is beautiful, particularly in the fall. Obviously, Boston has a ton of history, but San Francisco has great food, and there's just so many places. Thomas says, I was looking at the U.S. Embassy in Berlin and thought Germany was still closed.
Well, because Darian said right now in Germany, Americans can travel to Germany as long as you're negative. If you do have a negative result, you do not have to quarantine at all.
Oh, interesting. The challenge with some of those things, or some of the places, like even going to Hawaii, and I think, Thomas, you may be able to speak to this better than me. I saw something about Alaska as well, having some stipulations. They're requiring, a negative test within 72 hours. The challenge is most tests, everybody I've known who's taken them haven't gotten their results back in 72 hours. So if you take the test and then you fly to wherever you're going to get within that 72-hour period, you're not going to have that negative. You're not going to have a result yet.
Yeah.
And then I know that a lot of places are asking for a very specific kind of test. I guess a more accurate test, because some of them I guess have not been that accurate. And I think there's not as many of those testing locations available. So that's kind of an issue, is like you've got to find the right place. You've got to, obviously 72 hours, you're already going to have a plane ticket booked. And what do you do if you don't have your result? I guess you wait you have to quarantine until you get your results in. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe that makes sense.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Mark's between Dallas and Fort Worth. Chris likes Seattle and San Francisco. Yeah, very nice. So Mark, that's kind of Mark Finley was asking Darian, if you go to Germany, can you then travel the rest of Europe? So the way I'm kind of reading everything, Mark, is basically, once you're over there and you've been in a country that allows country travel for at least 14 days, then you can travel somewhere else. That's why when we were looking at Ireland or the UK, likely the UK, one of the reasons was it would give us the flexibility after those 2 weeks to go elsewhere. But there's so much to see there. I think we would just stay around the UK just because. Eric, they're very hard to keep up with from place to place, and they are changing daily, hourly, it seems like.
Yeah.
Alaska requires negative tests within 72 hours of arrival. Yeah, so Laura says, I think things will improve a ton if we get a good instant test going and widely available. Yeah, I think that's the big deal right now.
Yeah.
I think that all the tests there's just a bunch of different kinds of tests, and their accuracy levels are kind of all over the place, and you're waiting a long time. So Darian says, however, your test must be within 48 hours. If not, you'll be tested in Germany, Europe. Then again, I've read that everyone will get tested regardless.
Yeah. That's the thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like we said, everything changes and everybody has different rules. And
yeah, because at one point, I know you could go to Iceland and pay like $200 or something.
Yeah.
And get tested on the spot, and now we can't go there at all. So it's just all over the place, y'all. I don't know.
Okay. Next question.
Okay.
Next question.
Let's see. Sorry, my belly's talking. Where would you like to visit again, and why?
Is that domestically?
I think that's anywhere.
Internationally? Oh, anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to go back to Tahiti.
Yep.
Because Tahiti's just Tahiti and it's gorgeous.
So Bora Bora specifically?
Bora Bora specifically.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Florence. I'm always up for Florence.
Yep. That's one of Laura's Musings at Midlife's favorite places.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of hard because there's a lot of places. What about you?
Where would I go back to?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on.
Why?
Come on.
Oh, well. I think everybody knows that. I mean, don't even say anything. Let some of these people answer for you.
Where would I go back to?
Where would be one of the places she would go back to?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody's answering.
It's probably a delay.
Yeah.
So now we're sitting
Probably a
here
delay.
waiting.
Yeah. No, of course I would go back Ireland. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Good to see you. Hope that online teaching is going well for you.
Yes.
So different, right? I mean, it's just such a different world. Ireland for sure is one place I'd go back to. I would definitely go back to Bora Bora. I also would go back to Isla Mujeres in Mexico, which is an island off of Cancun. It's a lot of fun. It's everybody drives golf carts around, great food, great prices, beautiful beach.
Yep. Water.
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah.
but I would go back to anywhere in Italy as well. I mean, there's really nowhere that we've been that I would not go back to. But I mean, if I was making a plan, Ireland would be on the list. There's a ton more places in the UK, but London, I mean, I still feel like there's 1,000 things we haven't seen in London. Amsterdam we liked. It was a lot of fun, but I would go back, but it's not like I could take that or leave that. Florence, anywhere in Tuscany, I'd definitely go back to.
I don't know. I mean, there's just so many, and there's so many places we haven't seen.
Yes,
so
for
it's
sure.
Hard to.
For sure. So let's see what else we got, because I think there was just a bunch of. I think Michelle's talking to us, and let's see. Bora Bora's a must. Florence. Thomas would go back to the UK. Klaus said it was free to get tested in Iceland when I was there in June. But I think it was only the first 2 weeks after they opened up for tourists. Yeah, but Klaus, where are you from?
Yeah.
Because are you are you from the US? Because I don't think it's open for us at all now. Yeah. Chris says would love to go back to London. Florence only had a day in Florence. You need so much longer.
So much longer in Florence.
Yeah. We love it. Michelle says it's going great. I'm loving it. That's awesome. Yeah. That is awesome. I think that I can't imagine that adjustment. Michelle says Florence is worth a week at least. Yes. Yep. Oh, Michelle says they're looking to go back to Alaska next summer, one of our favorites. So
we have not been.
Alaska's been on our list forever, and we were kind of saving it for an RV trip, but then we sold the RV. So I don't know what we're going to do there, but I don't do, I can't do cruises. So it would definitely be, flying in and checking everything out, because cruising, I get vertigo. So you guys are making me want to go to Ireland with you. Oh, it is amazingly beautiful.
I'll let you guess who's been posting lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I don't like Ireland.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
He's from Denmark.
Denmark. Okay. So Denmark was somewhere we were supposed to be.
Yep.
Oh, Copenhagen. We were supposed to be there this April.
Yep.
And that was a trip that got cut short. So
yep.
Eric says London is like New York City. So much to see, a million. Oh, absolutely. Yep. I agree with that, Eric. There's just so much going on. Hubby says Scotland is better than Ireland. So you know what, Michelle? We haven't been. We were there in Scotland when all this hit. I know you guys have probably heard that 1,000 times. So everything I've seen, it's gorgeous. And we were just talking, I think, before you came on, there's something called the North Coast 500 in Scotland. And so it's obviously up north, and it's a 500-mile ring. And we want to do that because Ireland has the Ring of Kerry, and I think that's kind of that equivalent. But definitely want to check it out. Everything I've seen about Scotland is beautiful. I'm always going to be partial to Ireland just because of my heritage, but I can appreciate beauty and culture anywhere. So, and Laura is telling Michelle she admires her for doing what she does. I agree with that. Total respect for teachers. They're just totally underappreciated. My father was an educator, actually. So you guys didn't know that. Nobody's asked any of those questions yet. But
they haven't.
But my dad worked for the school system in Nashville for 32 years. And it's and we've got friends who are teachers, and it's just very admirable career choice.
Get enough credit.
But you don't get enough credit, and you don't get paid enough either. So there you go.
Yeah.
Our opinions.
There
but
we go.
Anyway, okay. So Thomas says might want to look at Alaska Railroad. Think 2021 plans release. Yeah, so I want to look at that, Thomas. I know that's what you were going to do, and I don't know where all it goes, but definitely want to check it out. Michelle says you've got to go. Mo says wrong answer. Definitely going to Scotland very soon. I'm the hubby. Oh, okay, Jeff. How are you? So tell me why Scotland is better than Ireland. Not that I don't believe you. I just want to know. Donna, hello. How are you?
Hello.
So, and you guys, Michelle and Jeff, did that whole epic. Yeah. Was it like 3 weeks? Is that what you guys did for your road trip? You saw a ton of places. And I want to know, Michelle, I don't even think we've talked since that trip. How was tent camping? How did that go? So we'll wait for them to respond while we're doing that. What else was I guess? There was another question on here, Trace, that we didn't. What is your favorite thing about traveling?
I mean, I think that's kind of obvious. Just seeing all the different sites and the history, and I mean, just meeting different people and eating different foods and
learning the cultures.
Yeah, the cultures.
I agree. I really think that traveling, I mean, obviously there's a lot of history and a lot of things to learn, but I think it just really helps you broaden your horizons in general, and be more open-minded, and eager to learn more about different cultures and all the things that go along with that. I think that that's just a huge part of traveling.
Yeah.
So that's why we do it.
She said, yep, 3 weeks.
Tent camping was fun. Air mattress helped. Neighbors a bit loud. Yeah, you know, you got to worry about that in campgrounds, unfortunately. Thomas says South Central Denali and Fairbanks with the base in Anchorage. Okay. So that gets you to see a good part of it.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out for sure, Thomas. I mean, it's definitely, Alaska's definitely on our list. I just don't know. I don't know when, compared to everything else. And right now we can't go to Alaska. We can't go to Hawaii.
We can't go anywhere.
We can't go anywhere with Gimpy over here.
I can't go anywhere. So.
Well, there you are, Nick. I just said something about you a few minutes ago. Having beers with guys I met at my hotel. We BS'd for about an hour about life. One guy was a New York cop and gave me a New York PD hand sanitizer and coin. Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Mine can be summed up in one sentence. When I was in Rome, our local tour guide said, if you look to the left, you will see the stairs where Caesar was murdered. Yeah. Well, that must be his best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you now? Where are you now, Nick? Are you in Tennessee? Or are you on your way to Tennessee? I think the history of Edinburgh in Scotland fascinates me. Edinburgh has so many layers to appreciate. Yeah, so we were going to do, when we were there, Mache, we were going to do one of the underground, whatever, tours you could do there. But obviously, I mean, that everything hit the day we landed. We got to the hotel. We napped. Well, we napped because we had an early morning flight, and we got up and we just started looking at all the text and everything. We're like, oh. So we basically just spent the next 3 days trying to get home. So that's kind of, where we were. Nick says he's in Gettysburg. Okay. All right. You've had a busy few days there, Nick. Well, more than a few days. I guess. How long have you been on the road now? 2 weeks? A week?
A while.
Yeah. So I think there's a ton of history everywhere. I mean, there's a ton of history in Ireland, the Celtic history. There's just all kinds of stuff there. You did an underground ghost tour. How was that? Nick's dropping his dad off at the Amtrak station tomorrow in Harrisburg, and then he's hitting the road. And then I think you're headed to Nashville, if I remember right. What are the 3 things? What 3 things do you bring with you when you travel? Hey, Travel Best Destinations.
Hello. 3 things. Well, I have to have. Well, I mean, are you like
what you travel
specifically
accessories?
to?
Yeah.
Well, I have to have my compression socks. I have to have those.
She does. She has blood clot issues though, so that's an issue.
I'm just a mess right now. But I have to have. I mean,
hey Jamie, how are you? She said no ghosts. What else?
I mean, I don't know if there's anything that I have to have.
A battery bank.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's things like that, but I mean, I thought you were just talking like,
just whatever.
Yeah, well, a battery bank.
Okay.
And my laptop.
There you go.
And
camera
and
phone.
Medicine.
Yeah, phone. Yeah.
Don't lose your phone.
I think earbuds.
Yeah.
Earbuds for sure. I have to have some kind of podcast or book downloaded. What?
She does.
And I don't know what else. Right now, mask and sanitizer.
Yeah. Wipes.
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. So anyway, all right. So what else? Does anybody have any questions for us? And what was your worst travel moment?
Oh, breaking my little toe.
Is that your worst travel moment? Really?
Well, that and yeah, because it hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, why do I always have to answer first?
I don't know. Thank you, Jamie. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you, Jamie.
Worst travel moment. I think for me, it was in Paris. We had an early morning flight, and we had the hotel. We had the hotel call, arrange for a cab to be there early because I think we had like a 7 a.m. flight or something, or we had to be at the airport at 7 or whatever. So they had the hotel had the cab arranged. We get in the cab and we're fine. My daughter and I are in the back seat. Tracy's up front.
And I look over and I see the cab driver like nodding off. And I'm like, what is going on? So he's driving, and then we stop at the stoplights, and I look over, and he's over there nodding off. Well, then we get to the next stoplight, and all of a sudden I hear the people honking, and I saw the light turn green, and I look over.
It's like Drew.
And he was literally asleep at the wheel, drooling. I mean, I was like, oh my God. So
But we didn't, my daughter and I didn't, we didn't know.
they had no idea what was going on. So then we finally get to the airport, and there's a special lane that the taxis go in. And they had the arm, like the security arm that had to go up. And I literally thought we were going to hit that. Because he just kept going.
He
and
did.
Then all of a sudden, he just slammed on his brakes. And I mean, I just looked at them. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, she did.
Let's get out of here.
That was bad because I was like, it was a little scary because
Yeah.
I really did think we were going to wreck right then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was, we really haven't. I mean, we got scammed by a cab in Rome. In Rome. You lost your phone.
I lost my phone. You left your phone in the cab.
I left my phone in the cab
But
in
you got
London,
yours
but I
back.
got mine back. We had a horrible, horrible hotel room that we left in
St. Gorhausen.
Yeah, in Germany. Other than that, I mean, we haven't had anything horrible.
No.
And I saw Thomas say, because it's scrolling on now. Okay, Laura's asking, have you guys done the Ho-Ho bus in Florence, and is it easy to do? Any keys to doing that in any city you visited?
We did the Ho-Ho bus in Florence.
We did?
We did it on my birthday. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's, it's very easy to do. Really, all of the Ho-Ho buses are easy to do.
They are, but in Florence, it doesn't, I mean, it takes you up to like Piazza Michelangelo, Piazza Michelangelo, and then that other place, Piazza, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you don't, the closest attraction that it gets to is to the Academia Gallery.
Yeah.
Because, the buses can't get on the roads in Florence.
So Florence, I mean, it's easy, but I think as far as the Ho-Ho bus in Florence, I would just say skip the Ho-Ho bus and just walk around.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, if there's something that is like
well, I think she's been to Florence though.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but I think she's just asking, and any key to doing it in any city. So, I mean, we always just research it, or I always research it before we get to that city, to kind of see, in a big city like London or Paris, there's going to be two or three.
They all have an app, don't they?
Or
a lot of them,
or 4 different companies that do it, and most of their stops are all kind of close by. So what we do is we just find one, where there's a stop pretty close to wherever our hotel is.
Yeah.
And then you can just buy your ticket. You can either buy your tickets online, but if you buy them online, you usually have to go to the office and exchange them. So we found that it's easier to just buy your tickets once you get to the, to the bus. Yeah. And we just read the reviews.
Yeah.
So
actually, one of the best Ho-Ho bus experiences is in Paris.
Yeah.
They have one of the best that we've been on.
But I don't remember which.
I don't remember
it was, but yes, they do. So Thomas said, ending up in an accident and emergency in London. Oh, what happened, Thomas? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he's telling us that. Darian says, my worst travel moment was when I got on the plane for the last time I left Germany. I need to get back soon.
For your spaghetti ice.
Yeah. The last time you ate spaghetti ice when you ran out. Jamie Amtrak Travel is going to be coming through Indiana on his way to Washington on September 16th. Love to meet up with you guys. So Jamie, we are in Indianapolis. We're in a suburb called Fishers, which is on the northeast side. So yeah, if we're here on September 16th, we would be more than happy to do that. A lot of that's just going to depend on Tracy's knees and how they are, and what we decide to, if we decide to go anywhere or not this fall. But yes, if we are here, certainly love to meet up with you guys.
See you, Nick.
Nick, sorry
You
if we
may
missed
already be
you.
gone, but
All right, yep, we'll keep watching for your updates. Travel best destinations. My worst travel was an accident going from Zion to Bryce. Oh, my car slid on the black ice, and oh my goodness.
oh
Wow.
wow. Breaking my pinky toe is really nothing compared to some
Yeah.
of these.
So how bad were you hurt? That's pretty rough. Travels. Eric said he enjoyed the Ho bus in Rome, but the salesmen were annoying. They can be. They can be. Oh, but he had great days in Zion and Bryce Canyon. So there you go. My daughter's never done it, never heard of it. I'm thinking of doing it in Paris with her. She gave me a weird look. Oh yeah, in Paris you can get all over the place. I mean, of course, you know, obviously you've got the metro in Paris, but when you're on the bus, I mean, you get to see so much more and drive by so much more. And the ones I assume you're talking about the Ho bus. So
yeah, the ones in Paris were very good. I mean, the commentating piece of it. I mean,
it wasn't the big red bus in Paris that we took, though.
It was a green and blue one. I remember
No,
that.
it wasn't. It was red, white, and blue striped. Yeah.
Well, it was blue. We can agree on that.
I will see if I can
I bet we have something somewhere. That says.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and I'll shoot you a message on that, because Paris does have a great one. Oh, Thomas said he had a stomach issue. Wow. Yeah, that's not.
No.
That's
sorry
not fun.
about that, Thomas.
Well, now you did end up with a kidney stone. You ended up in the emergency room in Australia.
Australia, yeah, with the kidney stone.
That wasn't fun.
No, that wasn't fun.
So, but you know, for us Americans, what was so different for her experience there is, you know, when she got done, she's asking, you know, okay, well,
how much do I owe you? What do I need to pay? How do I need to? And they're like, oh, you're good. I'm like,
yeah,
I haven't paid it. Well, you're good.
Yeah. So that's obviously a very different experience for those of us who aren't used to national health plans. So yeah, but it's never fun to get sick.
No.
Gotta go to sleep now. Mo's leaving. Busy day. Bye, Mo.
Bye, Mo.
Talk to you later. And yes, I will definitely check for your pictures, Mo. I've actually been slacking on looking through Instagram lately because I've been taking care of this one, but I'll look forward to looking at them and looking at Facebook as well. Jamie says the route will take him right through Indy. So yes, Jamie, you know, if you just touch base with me maybe a week or so before then and remind me when you're going to be here, and then we'll know what our schedule is by then as well. Laura says worst travel moment, both times in Italy. There's some teeny bug that loves me. Little bites, like mites, but only bitten at night.
It almost sounds like chiggers.
Was it chiggers, or were you staying somewhere with bed bugs? Just saying. I don't know. Kind of what it sounds like. Chris says worst was to have a major migraine on one trip. Migraines will definitely take you down. I get them on occasion as well. And I mean, if they're bad, I mean, I am just out. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't turn on any lights. I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be, you know, a couple of days. So it's not fun. They were tiny enough to come through the window screen.
They were nice.
Phoebe. No bed bugs.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
good.
mean, you know, I mean,
But this still doesn't
sometimes
tell us what they were.
no. That's interesting. I mean, because I'm the one who usually gets some kind of weird bite. The bugs are always, you know, I don't know what it is. It's something about my blood type or something. She never gets them, and I'm always just eaten up.
She is.
But I didn't experience any of that in Italy.
No. Yeah. Well, make sure you tell us where they were so we don't go there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Jamie, that sounds good. Yeah, just shoot me a note. So yeah, I mean, I think nobody's really had a lot of questions for us.
No, I'm surprised. Maybe we caught them off guard.
Maybe we did.
Maybe we should have told them ahead of time to have their
Questions
questions
ready?
ready.
Well, we'll do another one.
We'll do another one.
We'll do another one for
And
sure.
those for you latecomers, I'm really not just sitting here just trying to chill, even though it is kind of nice. But for those of you that missed it, my legs are messed up, so I'm in a recliner right now. So we had to situate ourselves where I could keep my legs up
a little differently.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, I mean, if you guys don't have any other questions, I appreciate everybody joining us.
Yeah.
Although Michelle's Jeff, I'm still waiting for you to tell me why Scotland's better than Ireland. So you may have to be ready next week for that. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we'll be back next Monday night. We've also got London videos starting to come out, I think, Saturday.
Because I know last week we asked some of you what you'd rather see internationally, domestically, and I think the consensus was internationally.
So our London from last fall we're finally letting that go. So thank you all. We appreciate it, and look forward to seeing everybody next week. Bye, y'all.
See ya.